Department of Labor said violations like these are all too common in the food service industry. The Vicari Restaurant Group had to pay back more than $88,000 in back wages and damages to 127 people. Do the math, that's roughly $630 per person on average.
If you're not familiar with these rules, it's easy to make a mistake.
The U.S. Department of Labor investigated the Vicari Restaurant Group and found workers at 13 locations didn't get their full wages.
For those people that are involved, it's significant, and the Department of Labor, needless to say, has a difficult time keeping up with these kinds of violations and tracking them down. But the more they can enforce it, the more they send a message that these are things they take seriously.
The restaurant group accused of violating the Fair Labor Standards Act, specifically minimum wage and overtime provisions.
Smaller businesses are going to be more inclined to make these kinds of mistakes simply because they don't have the staff to keep up with it and monitor things. Computing the overtime that you would have to pay to employees based on whether they're tipped or not, that can be somewhat complicated.
They also allegedly allowed one 15-year-old to work past 9 at night and more than 8 hours in a day, which amounted to just under $800 in penalties for the group.
It's likely some employees complained to the Department of Labor. They might have been contacted by unions that are seeking to represent them, offering assistance on how to make these kinds of complaints.
Here's the company's statement, quote, "It is our priority that our employees are properly paid, and we want to thank the Department of Labor for working with us to ensure that the payroll errors that occurred during the pandemic were handled properly for our employees. As we work to keep our employees employed and safe during COVID-19, our payroll company made some errors, which were recently brought to our attention, for which we take full responsibility. We were able to correct these errors and consider this a teachable moment. We thank our employees for their understanding and continued support." And we offered the company an opportunity to do an interview if they wanted. They declined, but did provide us with that statement. The Department of Labor also alleges that this company didn't do a good enough job of keeping accurate pay records for employees paid in cash. Hillary Golston, Fox 2 News.